Well, they'll have tied up this series at 1. We've got our usual crew: Derek Jeter, David Ortiz, Alex Rodriguez. I'm Kevin Burkhardt. And this guy in the middle has been great. Mets ace Sean Manaea is here. And Sean, congrats, first of all, on a big, big win.
Thank you.
We've been talking so much about you these last couple of weeks. And I'm just curious for you, what's been the most gratifying thing about what you've been able to do and kind of remake yourself on the fly and having this kind of success?
It's what baseball is all about. You work your butt off to get to this point, and you have some successes, you have some a lot of downs, and just be able to help a team win and go deep into a postseason is such a huge accomplishment, and just very, very proud of the work I've been able to do.
Sean, first of all, congrats on the victory. I actually predicted you're going to pitch a gem. First time I'm right on all October.
Nice.
My question to you is, how big was Lindor's home run as a catalyst, not only to set the tone, but to stop the scoreless streak? Did it allow you to breathe and get a little bit more comfortable?
Yeah, I mean, Francisco's been doing huge things this whole year, and to start the game off like that just sets the tone. And he's just been doing it the whole year, whole postseason. And really, I go out there in the first inning and got a lead, and it's just go attack guys, and it definitely sets everything up. So huge shout out to Francisco, because that was a very big moment for sure.
Sean, as a left-handed batter, when I play, the angle that you create is very uncomfortable.
Yes.
And even right-handed batters are having issues with you. When do you start creating that angle, and why?
Shout out to Chris Sale. He's the whole reason. He's had an unbelievable career, and he pitched against us at home. I forget what day it was. It might have been in July, but pretty much since that day, I've was like, you know what, let's try this out. And for me, I just felt like it was more my natural arm slot, and not really trying to fight myself, trying to throw something from up here. It was like that. I was just trying to get into a natural arm slot, and I've had a lot of success so far with it, and it's pretty much the whole reason, and what's been happening so far.
It looked like you've been doing it forever.
I feel like I have been doing it forever, but I feel like I've been trying to be somebody that I wasn't. And so after I watched that game that Sale pitched against us, I was just like, you know what, let's just lean into this, and let's do that unconventional, weird mechanics, and I just really leaned into that.
But Sean, you guys have been playing with a must-win mentality for pretty much the whole second half of the season. How much did that help you coming into this game in terms of preparation, where it's really nothing different?
Yeah, it's we didn't start off the first season too great, but we've been scratching the claw in our way back here. And like you said, we've had that win or go home mindset, and just getting into the postseason was such a huge accomplishment. And then we've had some crazy games here the last couple of weeks, and we're just trying to keep the ball rolling onto the next guy, onto the next game, and just trying to win some ball games.
Hey, Sean, before we let you go, just want you to take us through some of the best approach against Shohei Ohtani that we've seen all year. I mean, really impressive against him. It's rare. If you look at the video here, if you could take the viewers through what your mindset and your approach was to Shohei today.
I mean, really, the weird arm angle stuff. I mean, for lefties, I got to imagine it's pretty hard, but that slider right there, just put it into the back of his mind that I could throw it, and then just attacking him with heaters. And I think that really set up this the second AB. We really just went fastball, and I think having that slider in the back of his head, really caused some doubt. So I don't know, but I'm just assuming that. So yeah, that was crazy, and really happy that.
Hey, that weird thing is working, by the way. So keep it going.
That's right, keep going. I've been having so much fun watching you pitch this playoff. You are a stud in my book, so I got a present for you. My dog t-shirt.
My dog, let's go.
Yeah, my dog.
My dog.
Hey, Sean, just a little bit of advice. I wouldn't wear it when you're in New York. Wear it anywhere else, but don't wear it in New York.
Yeah, I'll wear this back home in Indiana.
Hey, I'm welcome on Citi Field. Why not?
Hey, Sean, congrats, man. Awesome to watch you do your thing, and we'll see you in New York, okay?
Appreciate you guys.
Keep
Thank you.
Sean Manaea, he's been great for the
Keep
Mets, and he helps them even this series at 1. It'll take us to Citi Field for Game 3. We can't wait to be there Wednesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern. Our coverage begins on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Speaking of that, continuing post-game coverage for us now will be over on FS1, so flip it on over there. and we'll see you in just a moment.
Change the channel. Come and see Papi.
Well, for those of you who flipped over to FS1, thanks. You're on the post-game show of Game 2. For those of you who fell asleep on your couch and this is on when you woke up, well, good to see you. It is the NLCS post-game show as we continue. That's right. Derek Jeter, David Ortiz, Alex Rodriguez, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. The Mets, 7-3 winners over the Dodgers. And, well, you guys have been good. You've been predicting a lot of things right. And you talked about getting on the board early, Alex, and how important that would be. Well, the Mets did at the very first batter of the game, and it set the tone, didn't it?
It was so important. After the bloodbath here last night, which we left here pretty night, to come back early and have their best player and catalyst, Lindor, setting the tone and say to the Dodgers, not so fast. This series is a series, and it started with his home run, and of course, Sean Manaea was through a gem. He was beautiful.
Incredible. Absolutely. You know, they look extremely weird yesterday during the game. They look like they have no energy. Nothing was going on. A couple of errors. You know, pitching wise was all over the place. But today, I think Lindor coming in and setting the tone for them, it got everybody going on the lineup.
Yeah, I think this boils down to the Mets mindset. Say we talked about last night. At this point in the season, it doesn't make a difference whether you lose 9-0 or 1-0. A loss is a loss and a win is a win. And they were able to bounce back. However ugly it did look last night, they were able to bounce back, and now we have a series.
Yeah, really did. And Manaea, we just talked to him on Fox, just absolutely outstanding, giving the Mets exactly what they needed here today. But you like Lindor, and you like that swing today. Why?
Yeah, and I thought he was a lot more in rhythm today. What you're going to see, I'm going to show you a little video, but what I'm going to show is three things. Number one, he's got a very head still. He's got nice separation, and he hits against a nice front leg. I'm going to show you right here. Watch his front foot and his separation, and then watch him get extended.
Wow.
And behind the baseball. Look how still that head is.
Beautiful. Look at the line. Look at the line across the plate. Straight and then up. That's what we talk about, what the greatest hitters are normally doing.
We've been talking about that line the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
It looks the same for every single hitter.
That's right. Well, for good hitters.
But only when they hit the ball well, Derek.
Only good hitters.
And the balance, just like a good golfer, Lindor had perfect balance.
I tell you what stands out with Lindor. This is what stands out. His demeanor, he's always an even keel. You know, he's hit big home runs. He runs around the bases like it's a spring training home run. They got blown out last night. I'm sure everyone on their team is looking at him. And his expressions don't change. And I think that rubs off on the rest of the team. There's never any panic in his face.
Hey, Derek, I'm going to add to that because I agree. I saw something right before he hit this home run where he hit a ball off his toe and he was jumping around and he was laughing with the umpire, with the catcher. And next pitch, boom, hits a home run. Demeanor and controlling your emotions, Poppy.
That's what we talk about, especially during the playoff. You want to control your emotion. This guy, you don't know when he's happy or when he's sad. You never know. He controls emotion even if he strike out or he hit a home run. He's at the same level of all time.
You know, meanwhile, Mark Vientos, their young third baseman, right? He got the starting job around May, and he really had an excellent year when he had 27 home runs. Well, he had the biggest hit of the game, and it was after Derek, they intentionally walked Lindor to get to him, and he hits a grand slam. That changed. He's got 3 home runs this postseason.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can't blame him for intentionally walking Lindor. Everyone has to do it in that particular situation. But this young man has stepped up, it seems like, every opportunity that he gets in the postseason. And besides the home run, how about the double play he turned? I forget what inning it was, where he had a little bobble when L.A. was starting to rally and come back. So he's been playing great on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, that was the 6th inning where it looked a little shaky, but he kind of hung on there. They got that double play to end the inning. Papi, you like Vientos? What he's giving him a little pop there?
I tell you what, Vientos has so much power. And he's still, Kevin, in the learning process. Jump hitter, trying to figure out. He hit 27 homers in the learning process. So you know that this guy is going to begin to be a monster.
And the irony that he started on the bench, he actually started in AAA, okay, because of J.D. Martinez. And when the Mets started to cut back a little bit, and they trade Scherzer, and they're saying there's a rebuild year, ironically, they back up into being a better team, and he's been a main core. Anyone not named Francisco Lindor, he's been the MVP. And not only did he hit the home run, but then Kike Hernandez had a chance to hit a grand slam and hit a ground ball to third, which he was in the front end of a double play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very, very interesting. I'm curious of the Mets. One thing, they see Edwin Diaz came in, and it wasn't easy. and it hasn't been easy for him lately, but he locked it down. I think the Mets are still kind of waiting for him to find like the on-fire Edwin Diaz, and they're trying to survive while he's figuring that out.
Yeah, and I think these 3 days are not really good, and then he didn't pitch yesterday as well. I think Diaz is the kind of guy that the more he pitches, the better he's going to get. Most closers are like that. So I expect him to get better, not worse.
I love the Diaz that I have been seeing the past week. And let me tell you why, Kevin. His fastball is electric. Like his fastball. His last fastball, last game he pitched, it was 102 last pitch. And his slider is very sharp. He's using a back door that's getting left-handed batter, which is giving so much room in the outer third part of the plate.
I tell you, he makes it interesting, right? It's must-watch TV, but his stuff is electric. So even when he gets runners on, he's able to strike people out and get out of it. So I'm looking forward to going to see. What do they call that song? That the horn song he uses?
Oh my God!
No, that's Timmy Trumpet.
Yes,
Dude,
yes. So
it's
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Derek wants to see it live in person at Citi Field. Maybe we see it on Wednesday. We'll find out. All right, we're heading to New York. It's Game 3 of the NLCS, and it's all tied at 1. How fun is this? Wednesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern on FS1 on the Fox Sports app. Mets and Dodgers, Citi Field about to be pretty electric. And we can't wait here, and we look forward to this Game 3. And what are you looking forward to, Derek? What are we going to see?
I tell you what, they haven't announced who's starting yet. I'm going to make the assumption that it's Severino, and what I'm looking forward to is watching him pitch at Citi Field. I mean, this is a guy that's been in the big games. He's been in the spotlight on the other side of town for the Yankees. He's not intimidated. He's going to go out there and pitch a good game. So I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking for the Dodgers offensively to come through once again. I mean, they face a tough left-handed pitcher today, and Minaya did an outstanding job, especially keeping those left-handed batter, keeping them away from the bat, from getting on base, getting hits. Ohtani didn't look too good today. He was off, absolutely off. But they had to turn on the engine back in New York before they come back here.
You know, I'm looking for Buehler to give him some length. Look, the bullpen game was a disaster today. It works sometimes here and there, but it's not a championship formula. Starting pitching matters, and you have to have it. And it's a tall task, Kevin, to ask a cast of characters to piece together 9 innings when there's so much recourse at stake.
Yeah, and we'll see how that all plays out in Game 3. Meanwhile, for those of you here in this area leaving Dodger Stadium, we have an award-winning traffic reporter right here on our hands. His name is Big Poppy.
Yes, Kevin, look at the traffic. Oh, my God. We got a screw, man. We have a Sigler. There's a jackknife over there. I mean, we are not getting out. Nope. Does it look like we're getting out?
It's almost like Where's Waldo? There's a jackknife and a Singular. If you can find that on the map, I think we're in good shape. And that is time for us to go.
We are screwed.
We are not moving.